Hey everyone, we're back with the Great Ace Attorney, and there was a little bit of a I screwed up. So episode 15, well, episode 14 ended with Yoda coming to the stand, right? I recorded episode 15, and right before that, I was messing with my microphone a little. One thing I decided to try was to switch USB ports. So I figured, oh, you know, maybe that has something to do with like the staticky sound that's popping up occasionally, right? So I did that, made sure the microphone was working on OBS. I did not check the audio quality. Basically, it sounds like I'm underwater. It is extremely bad. I'm gonna upload the video in unlisted just because, you know, that'll take like 15 minutes for me to do. If you want to go watch that, you'll watch 10 seconds of it and understand. It is very bad. I thought about going back over and like redubbing it, but like I've done that before for some series where I screwed up the audio, but I don't see the point on doing that for Ace Attorney for an hour-long video where basically like 10 minutes of it matters. So just going through it quickly. Miguel brought to the stand. He's like, oh, that girl who was in the cabin with me, she might be here right now. A smoke grenade goes off in the court. There's a recess. I was like 4 minutes away from being on a to be continued screen. Anyway, court's readjourned. We're introduced to her. Her name is Gina Lestrade. I'm not for sure what the pun is there. Strayed kind of sounds like stray, but I feel like I'm off with that one. There is something going on with the missing luggage in the omnibus. Yeah, when I examined it earlier in the playthrough, right, there was like luggage in there, but it disappeared and something weird happened with it. I don't know if like that was McGilded tampering with the scene or if that was Van Zeeks or what, but something's going on there. There was a choice actually where you had to choose between telling the truth or being a defense attorney, and obviously it's Ace Attorney, so you have to choose the truth. I don't know what happens if you choose to lie, but the jury almost flips again. But then we ended up coming to the conclusion that Mason, you know, the victim, he fell through the skylight, and I forget if I'd already come to that conclusion or not, but he was stabbed from above is my guess. And McGilded accused both Ladies First and Baron Fairplay. What, Baron Fairplay? No, what's it? I don't know his first name. Of being in on it. It would be interesting if we had two culprits instead of the usual one, right? I mean, I guess still one of them wouldn't be the accomplice since they didn't both stab him, but yeah, I think that's about everything. We're the only two people up on that roof deck, dead or alive. Swear to that. Anyway, I brought my old microphone out if I didn't mention that. It's a little inconvenient for me because I bought one of those, like my original stand for it broke. So I bought like a stand I attached to my desk. But just due to how my desk is, it's inconvenient to use. And I think the audio quality of my other mic was a little bit better aside from, you know, the issues that have popped up. Anything can happen while we're sitting. Don't you think one or the other would have noticed? In any case, neither of us know the first thing about the victim. We had no reason to kill the man. Right, there's that. Skylight was shut the entire time, I tell you. Couldn't possibly have opened it. Why? So sure the victim fell through the skylight. Where's your proof? Why couldn't they have opened it? Let's say that on listening to this testimony, somewhat hard to imagine. Either witness could have performed any malevolent act on the open rooftop deck. I guess there would have been people around. I did have a theory, right? Hear me out on this, hear me out. They were driving by like a tall building, and then Giselle Brent tossed Mason down through, and like one of them just happened to be opening up the skylight at the time, and the dead body just dropped through the window and into the carriage. As we know, Giselle Brent is the ongoing antagonist. Oh, I also did bring up a theory I had. Because a commenter told me that Giselle Brent's pun is based off Sherlock Holmes, the novels, you know, Sherlock Holmes. In the first one, A Study in Scarlet mentioned that Watson was shot by a Giselle bullet. Giselle, I believe, is a type of gun. Which kind of makes me believe that, you know, the Lolly Watson, I think their name is Wilson, is gonna... They can't be killed because they're a lolly, obviously, so they're gonna get attacked by Giselle Brett when she shows back up, or like accused or something. Anyway, I think that covers it. Without the other noticing forthwith. He's like, why else would she be named that, right? That's right, you see? We're innocent, I tell ya. Although logically, of course, the argument falls down if the two of you are in collusion with one another. What? According to investigations by Scotland Yard, the two witnesses share no common dealings. Well, see, fair play is attached, like, as associations with McGilded, right? Could ladies first also somehow? Ha! I don't trust coppers any more than I trust the stinking rich. Something doesn't feel right here. Now is going in our favor, really? Why do I feel so uneasy? Counsel for the defense, over to you. Cross-examination, please. Oh, yes, my lord. Right, by the way, so Gina was under the seat the whole time, with McGilded on top of her, so she presumably couldn't have gotten it out at all. But they show the deal with the luggage disappearing that I don't get. Hearing the accusation. The only two people up on that roof, dead or alive, I can swear to that. Happened, you don't think the other one would have noticed? Will they mention where they were sitting? Were they both in the back? I don't think they've confirmed that yet. Final run, 10 o'clock. They've been quite dark. Too dark to see. Oh, we got 4 witnesses on the stand. Some kind of lark. Got a joke, he said? Is that what this is? Perhaps one of the other you fell asleep briefly? You fair dinkum, sir? No, you're fair play. Who's fair dinkum? See, like your cousin? Are you serious, sir? That's what he said. Possible, I tell you. Give you the keys to the vault if you fall asleep in that bitter cold. You did, manager. Your eyelids were free shut and you never opened them again. That's extreme. It was extreme, I tell you. Had to put up with it because this man unlocked the door. Any true gent would have unlocked and let me in when I knocked. Look how angry he is. That's the face of the murderer. I'm dreadfully sorry about that, young fellow. You see, I was away with the fairies and I didn't hear you at all. That's a lie. Saw you through the glass. You're talking to someone. Okay, that's brought up again. Now, it was a cold night, so it was. Was he talking to the Gina then? Why? People do be seeing things that aren't real in the cold. Hardly surprising. Seeing things! I believe we have reached an impasse here in this particular. You! Don't take it personally now, lad. I'm a suspect in this case. It's only fair that you and the other fiend are too. Open and free competition is what a capitalist society is all about. Isn't a competition I should like to be involved in, really? She's still just posing. Neither of us know the first thing about the... Well, I think it's this shoe. Kayla will shut the entire... Yeah, okay, this one. You quite certain about that? It'll shut the entire time? Gonna lose my block with you in a minute. Gonna lose his rag with you in a minute. That's what he said. Take a look for yourself. Go on. See? Shut fast now, just like it was on the night. So it is. Of course, well, it says that Mr. Mason could likely break right through it, still and all. What? Looking at the size of the thing, you understand? Now you hold on there a minute, sir. It says the ting, it means nothing. Not on its own. The bigger picture here, shall we? Stop biting our cane, shall we? I was riding the omnibus on another occasion when, well, I broke wind. Does this have anything to do with the case? Loudly. I shocked myself with it, as it happens. This is an unexciting confession, Mr. First. Oh, I mean to say, well, point is, to open the skylight, you see? But just by luck, I couldn't make it budge. Which was terrible. he would have been on the inside, right? Like if he was outside, that would have. Everyone was looking daggers at me, sir. Got as Roge, I did. Are you expecting me to sentence you? Oh no, sir. The point is, yeah, that can't be open. Trident was inside the cabinet of shame. Oh. Hello.
Excuse me.
You have something to say about that, Mr. Lestrade? I have something to say. Like, we know it can't be opened from the inside, but it can from the out. There's clearly a handle. Miss Lestrade. It opens. Skylight. This is what we're talking about, right? Oh, don't shoot me! Not with the green, not the green! All them skylights open, dead easy. More easily than you can load that weapon? That's a lie, I tell ya! Otherwise, when I broke wind, I can't do it from the inside, you mug. Oh! Look, a few weeks ago, I was up on the roof deck of one of them drags. Had a great haul. The purse is coming out of my ears. Miss Lestrade, it's not the form to be eulogizing on the subject of your criminal activities. And that is a confession. Anyway, had a bit of a scare. I lifted the last bloke's purse. Got wise to me. All four of them surrounded me, so I couldn't hop off the bus and leg it. So what I did was use the skylight, opened the hatch, and jumped right through. What? Yeah, the kit for them skylights is on the top side, but you can't open them from the cabin. Skylight opens from the roof deck. We knew this from the beginning of the case. Aleph, climb up onto the roof of the omnibus at once. Verify this witness's claims. Ta-da! Oh my head! See? Order! 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 So it appears this street girl's statement is quite true. Believe it. Skylight opens from the roof deck. What a shocking twist. Mr. Naruhodo? This could be the clue we've been looking for. Well, counsel for the defense, please continue with your cross-examination. Yes, my lord. Skylight open. I should investigate myself. Oh, so something else there? It didn't let us open it before. Skylight was fastened shut before. Now the catch has been undone, so we should be able to open it. Didn't they see the inside of the carriage through this opening? That's for sure. The lamp in the enclosed cabin. The witnesses would be able to see quite clearly. Not good for us. What's the... Is there anything else? We should go inside and look? Yeah, how many times do we have to do this? No, nothing? Oh, right here. It does open very wide, doesn't it? Enough to kick someone like you through, certainly, Mr. Naruhodo. One like me! The Suzato kick? What is it? Just here. Get this! Oh! Without a question. Blood. Why would there be a bloodstain here? Clearly, it'd be unrelated. No, that's just someone else. He had an accident. Long time ago. Okay. It's a shame. Oh, hey, we're on the right one! Hey, look at that.
Objection.
On the night in question, the victim was fatally stabbed in the stomach. Immediately afterwards, the victim's body was pushed through the skylight into the cabin below. These are the facts. Irrefutable proof remains clearly visible in the omnibus that stands before us today in this very courtroom. What? That's utter humbug. Hey, can I get a translation on that? Can't possibly have any evidence. No, you can't. I mean, do what I tell you. It's impossible. Irrefutable proof here in this courtroom. Counsel? My lord! I believe everyone would appreciate a little clarification here. Where exactly within the omnibus is this evidence to which you allude? Yeah. I just found this. Oh my god. I wonder, did you even have to find it to begin with? By Jupiter! Is that blood? Ah! This bloodstain proves two things. Firstly, when the incident occurred, the skylight of the omnibus was open. What? And secondly, the victim was already bleeding when he fell through the opening. Oh my! So it follows, Mr. McGilded, who was inside the enclosed cabin himself at the time, cannot possibly be guilty of this crime. No! Order! Order! Order!
Hold it!
Hold it? Oh, it's him. But the blood could have been sprayed up there when the fellow was stabbed inside the cabin. None of it was closed. It only found its way into that one particular spot on the skylight? Surely, that would be very convenient. Ah. Let's keep it in mind that the skylight catch can only be unfastened from the roof deck. I myself wouldn't have been able to open it now, would I? But, no way to know for certain, is there? The gent really fell through the skylight, I mean. Why don't you have a good look at the floor of the cabin between the two seats, Mr. First? Finally bringing this up. I think I discovered this last episode. I think I completely missed it my first look at the omnibus. It's all too plain, if you see. There's the aftermath that shows the poor fellow dropped from a fair height right there. So it is. What? No. But it can't be. It's all lies!
Hold it!
My fellow jury member. Think we can all agree it's clear proof of the defendant's innocence, can't we? I believe we can, yes sir. Clear to me now where the filthy rubbish can be found in this courtroom. So, nothing can pull the wool over my eyes, did they? Won't tolerate any of the guild's carriages being sullied with blood. Won't tolerate it. Oh, I always knew that nice gentleman who gave us that delightful part couldn't have done such a thing. On three then, everyone. 1, 2. Why is the maid hitting it again? 3.
Objection!
One last vampire stand. A chilling performance, Mr. McGilded. Oh, what would you be referring to there now, Lord Van Zeeks? A bloodstain on the frame of the skylight? Such evidence is null and void. Oh, was that planted there by him? What? Why? For one extremely simple reason. That smear of blood never existed.
Objection!
What are you talking about? Say for all to see. It's clearly blood.
Objection!
Personally attended Scotland Yard's investigation of the omnibus. What if the blood on the floor wasn't there the first time I looked and I'm not blind? I mean, I don't trust that because I do tend to be blind, but the officers involved went over the carriage with a fine-tooth comb. So I can state with absolute surety, no such smear of blood existed in the carriage, and it is a brighter color than the blood that's on the cushion. I noticed that. I just kind of figured that was because, like, maybe the blood on the cushion, you know, a different color than the blood on wood, but at least not until this trial began. But are you suggesting, Lord Van Zeeks, the stain of blood was fabricated, my lord? Yes, while the court has been in session. What? Is he actually guilty then? What a palaver. Say, I don't expect such crude reasoning from a prosecutor of your standing, Lord Vancy. Are they gonna pull like a defense attorney's job is to actually provide a defense and not to find the truth? But I'm Magnus McGilded, fella known all over the capital for his fine contribution to public life. I don't take kindly to slander. Fight it to the bitter end. Even if it's rolling off the tongue of the Reaper of the Bailey. Mr. McGilded, I realize that this is your first appearance in court as the accused. However, I'm well aware of your involvement behind the scenes in a great many affairs of dubious nature. Oh, is that why he came out of vacation? Did he do something to him in the past? You're very adept when it comes to avoiding getting your own hands dirty. And each time it happens, that a case you're involved in is investigated, you adapt the facts. Adapt the facts? What does that even mean? When you wield a fortune the size of Mr. McGilded's, however ill-gotten it may be, nothing is impossible. Tampering with evidence, manipulating the scene of the crime, bribing witnesses. I toast your ability to concoct the most convenient of stories, sir. Tut tut, Lord Vanzix. This will not do, to be sure. Well then now, counsel. No? I think it's fair to say this does all sound like a rather far-fetched excuse by a desperate man. The blood on the skylight didn't exist, you say? Wait, hold on, I want to... My hard drive space good? Yeah, okay. I don't want to like run out in the middle of the finale. I think the finale. Maybe? It does feel like we have like an hour left still. Like suddenly. It could either end in 10 minutes or an hour. I don't know. Maybe it's cast your minds back. Like remember, for like all of case 2, it's like, okay, this is the finale. This is the finale. Same with case 1. Is it not true that the omnibus there has been in the courtroom the entire time? How could anyone possibly put a smear of blood in without the world and his wife seeing? You know, when the smoke grenade went off. Isn't that right now, counsel? True. Omnibus has been in full view the entire time the court has been in session. My learned friend. Here's to hearing your opinion on this matter, in your own words. As you wish. Someone have tampered with the omnibus during this trial. Asking me, I think, could have been possible. As a defense lawyer, my job to advocate for the defendant as best as I can. But still, it feels as though there's something even more important at stake here. Okay, we're not being a defense lawyer, we're going for the truth. No evidence suggests the defendant did as my learned friend suggests. However, in terms of having the opportunity to carry out the alleged tampering, there is one possibility. Oh! Good gracious! Explain yourself, counsel. Yes, there is. Seems my learned Nihonese friend has no intention of running from this deceit. Deceit? Sure everyone still remembers clearly the recess we were forced to take. As a result of the smoke grenade fired by the witness currently in the stand, Miss Gina Lestrade. Bang! So he made it seem like someone was running away, but really they were. What's going on? Careful, cover your face. Bailiff, don't let the accused escape. Secure the omnibus. Hereby call an emergency recess. Bailiff, sure the defendant is in custody. Clear the courtroom. Reading this again because you guys only got underwater me. Courtroom was filled with smoke. Everyone was thrown into confusion. All of us were made to leave this chamber. In that brief interval, under the veil of smoke and in all the chaos, could have been possible to steal inside the omnibus. Well, that's a weird way to phrase it. They're not stealing the inside of it. I get what they mean though. Steal does have another meaning like that. Are you wise? What are you trying to pull, you rotten feckless gouger? Feckless? Held you? Hey, can I get a translation? Guy? You're supposed to be defending me. It's a wicked plot. It's a plot to undermine me, so it is.
Objection!
Whatever you think this is, changes nothing. Facts are the same. After this courtroom was evacuated earlier, as a result of the smoke grenade, they're not just gonna make him guilty though, right? Like really, they wouldn't do like a, how far in are we? Like 4 hours now? Or something? For it to be like, oh yeah, it was just the two of them in there, plus maybe Gina, he stabbed him, that's it. This can't be the end. Like he's obviously tampering with it, but there's gotta be more going on. This courtroom was evacuated earlier as a result of the smoke grenade. A number of inconsistencies materialized in relation to the omnibus. Inconsistencies? Such as... To start with, the storage compartment underneath the rear passenger seat, right? All the stuff disappeared. When the police investigated the omnibus, the compartment was full of the driver's items. Secondly, we have a smear of blood on the edge of the skylight. They've said that was not present at the start of the trial this morning. What about the blood on the floor? Unfortunately, Lord Van Zeeks, no one is able to corroborate your claims. It's true. The omnibus was first wheeled out, both the storage compartment and the skylight were shut. Accordingly, I'm afraid to say, I cannot establish with any certainty this evidence is the result of tampering or not. Indeed, my lord. No doubt there's not a single person who saw fit to verify such. What do you think? Sorry? About the omnibus. Is there anything else unusual about the omnibus? Blood on the floor? My lord! Yes, counsel? There's one further inconsistency. A mark that surely could not have been present at the start of the trial. What? What in the devil's name are you gonna say now? If you dare to betray me, you little maggot, you better start watching your back. Silence, Mr. McGilded. The court awaits the defense's clarification. Yeah. I'll keep swinging one way and then the other. No idea what's the truth and what's deception. What am I supposed to believe here? I'll have to ask you to elaborate, counsel. Where exactly is this alleged mark you claim appeared at some point during the trial? I think it's the blood on the floor, but let's have a look around first. Just look at it. Completely different shade of blood. I don't see anything else. I mean, I guess it could be inside here, but let's try presenting the blood. Consider the victim fell through the skylight onto the floor of the cabin. Certainly you expect to find signs of blood where he landed. But as far as I recall, blood sitting on the cabin floor was not there when the omnibus was first brought into the courtroom. I'm not blind. Good lord! Yes, I do believe you're correct, counsel. Well said. Although, advocate for the defense, I might say that was a very careless slip of the tongue. I believe that blood sitting on the floor is a decisive piece of evidence. But if the question is whether that evidence is genuine, whether it was unlawfully fabricated by someone, I feel compelled to admit that there's at least a possibility the evidence is fake. Yeah? Ah! Is that hair? This trial is over. Mr. McGilded? I've done everything I possibly can to cooperate with the court, but it's all over now. But you're the defendant. Tis over, I tell you. What's with the... Was that always there? The yellow? Yeah, okay, it was. Never mind. I was like, golden locks! It's Nicolino Pavlova! Oh, by the way, apparently, that's a reference to a real-life ballerina, by the way, Anna Pavlova. That's not a pun, believe it or not. I found that out because I was either watching or reading Shoshiman. Very good mystery series. It's made by the same author of Hyoka. You should go check it out. Got a 10-episode anime recently. Most of it was alright. The finale, like the climax, was amazing. I loved it. I think I've already talked about it. But anyway, they mentioned a dessert in it because one of the main characters loves desserts. I looked up what it was. Oh yeah, it's named after Anna Pavlova. I was like, oh, huh. Who was a Russian ballerina in the 1900s sometime. Memory recollection. People think they saw. It's all a nonsense. Facts are what counts. Fact is, that bloodstain is there. Now. Well. Over the course of this desperate trial, long and extremely drawn out as it has been, a good-for-nothing Reaper of the Bailey has failed to present any decisive evidence at all. I'm scandalized, so I am. The better of Lord Van Zeeks. Well, my lord, I must concur with the defendant. The unaffirmed recollections of an individual cannot stand as evidence. At this moment in time, that particular but when it's witness testimony, it's completely fine. The particular bloodstain in question is very much in existence, and in the absence of any credible method by which to prove its alleged previous non-existence, I regret to say it would be improper for this trial to continue. Your lordship can't be serious. Lord Van Zeeks, what is your position? The prosecution, my lord, has no further witnesses or evidence to present. Are we ending this with a bad ending? Is he gonna get off scot-free? Very well. I mean, both cases so far have had kind of like a loose end, right? With Giselle Bread in the first case and Cosmo definitely 100% being alive in the second case. In that case, as I believe we have explored every possible avenue in this matter, we'll proceed to my adjudication. As a formality, of course, obliged to confirm with the defense first. Objection! Objection! What formality? As things stand at the moment, are we gonna abuse the jury system? Mr. McGilda will be found not guilty. Yes. Which would mean we've won. Is that really the right outcome here? Is it really alright for the trial to come to an end now, with all these unexplained inconsistencies? Counsel for the defense, your closing statement, please. Yes, my lord. The defense believes... this is not what a lawyer should be doing. That is not our job. But it's Ace Attorney, so... I'm here in this courtroom today to advocate for the defense of my client, Mr. McGilded. However, at this moment in time, cannot in all good conscience attest fully to the defendant's innocence. What are you saying, man? Don't call me man. Without any question, there's no conclusive evidence to prove that the defendant is guilty. However, there's also no conclusive... That's not how... It's innocent until proven guilty, dude. Well, I mean, that might not be the case in late 1800s Britain. No conclusive evidence to prove he's innocent. Good gracious me! I mean, really, we just need to get the jury on our side. We don't need evidence. Order! Order! This is unprecedented behavior, counsel. Defense lawyer, calling the accused innocent is the question. Are you of sound mind? You Misha. Oh, it was a grand decision to appoint you as my lawyer, so it was a grand decision. What? I must say, it's quite such an exciting spectacle at the end there, but still. Yeah, have this for your troubles. Ah, my eye! Ah! Your job here is done, fella. Fine work you've done, so you have. But what do you mean? You can't just fire me? It's just as the right honorable gentleman has incessantly put it before. Trial can't go on anymore. Your closing statement there was, how did he put it now? That is more than a formality. Look at him. He's evilly laughing, jury. Only evil murderers do that. I really don't know what to make of all this. Jury nullification, look it up. They don't want you to know. The evidence would seem genuine. Was it fake? Lordship would be fuming. The unsightly gravel should be disposed of promptly, as I said. Thinking you're always guilty of something. Mark my words. I feel terribly ashamed that I ever doubted that lovely man who gave us the lovely park. Are we gonna get a hung jury? Now that the proceedings have unfolded in this way, I am compelled to declare a premature end to this trial. Furthermore, the court must accept the defendant's plea. I thank you kindly, my lord. And the rich get away with everything. Objection! Objection! Are they going through with it? Hereby pronounce the verdict of this court. Oh, okay, here we go. But still haven't determined if the bloodstain of the omnibus is genuine or not. We don't know if these witnesses are telling the truth or a pack of lies. We have no idea about the truth. Lord Van Zeeks. My lord. The case made by the prosecution was flawed, plain and simple. If indeed the omnibus presented as evidence was tampered with, prosecution is at fault for allowing such a disgraceful perversion of justice to take— What do you mean? It's the bailiff's job to stop that! Of justice to take place. My sincerest apologies, my lord. But wait! When we were evacuated from the courtroom, Lord Van Zeeks ordered the evidence to be secured. He did say that. Afraid the prosecution cannot shun responsibility in this matter. That's so unfair. The culpability of the defendant has not, at the present time, been established by this court. Consequently, jury will now not be required to proffer judgment. What? They've got to do it again then. They got to do their jury duty. Well, Lord Van Zeeks, been a pleasure, so it has. Am I still gonna get paid? As for you, my dear fella, couldn't have asked for a better defense. Okay, I'll send you a check in the mail. You mean to tell me this has all been a grand waste of time? 'Tis the law of the land, my good man. If you'd like to pursue this matter further, always going to try to change the law. Magnus McGilded. Good grief! What to say to me, have you? One thing. A warning. It's far from over. Watch out, the vampire's gonna get you. Yeah, something to be looking forward to then. Hereby pronounce the defendant, Mr. Magnus McGilded, not guilty. They actually did it. Rich get away with everything. Dang it. Twitter was right. Okay, I want to see if that's actually how it ends before I say anything. It's an outrage. Should have examined the evidence more. What are you talking about? It's been cleared. He's innocent. With the courtroom in pandemonium for the second time that day, the judge delivered his verdict. First ever trial in Great Britain came to an abrupt end. The defendant being found not guilty, ostensibly a victory for us. But the case still going on? Maybe. We'll see. There could be a second day somehow. Or this is all leading into the big 1-5 finale where Cosmo comes back and all the villains are there. It certainly was a long trial. Yes it was. First ever trial on foreign soil, first victory, a wonderful performance. My heartfelt congratulations. And to you, Mrs. Otto. Thank you for your assistance. I suppose we should be happy. Trouble is, still completely in the dark about what actually happened. No, we didn't have enough time. But isn't it wrong? I mean, who was actually responsible for Mr. Mason's death? We don't even know that. The sole aim of the defense is to obtain a verdict that exonerates the defendant. Exonerates! Carried out your duty to perfection. Aye, that you did. Mr. McGilden. And that girl is with him too. Seems the stories are true. Oh, what stories? About the 6 enormous fireworks they do be let out in the verdict of not guilty. Sure, you must have seen them now. Spectacular, wouldn't you say? Yes, definitely. Heard it was a sight to behold. Sure it was. A view to tank, suppose, and having an opportunity to see it. Oh, ha 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 ha. How about that? What do you think you're saying, fella? How did I walk out of there a free man then? I don't think it's so much thanks to me as down to your planning. You're a straight talking fella, aren't ya? Must say, had me astray in the head there once or twice. You're young and headstrong. Water under the bridge. Congratulations, Mr. McGilden, having your name cleared. Nothing's resolved. Can I get paid now? Only one thing that matters to me. Oh? Aye. They've all seen that I didn't do that odious and abstinent deed. It's grand, is it not? Suppose it is. The fine fellows of Scotland Yard can take matters in hand and sort out any wee deed. They'll see it for what it is. They'll get to the truth. Absolute faith in them, so I have. After all, they do be providing a good number of their wages with all the taxes they pay. That's fake. Rich people don't pay taxes. I've seen Twitter. Twitter taught me that. Not that funny. So then, as we agreed beforehand, 1,000 guineas for your troubles, fella. Oh no, I gotta take it. Ah, be whiz. Yeah, humble people, are ya? You from the east? Well, if you insist. Have this, still and all. It deserves a reward. Mr. Magnus McGilden. Everything is ready, sir. You'd like to follow me into the courtroom? Courtroom? Day 2? What's this, officer? Sooner than I was led to believe. Hope it's not inconvenient, sir. Some changes to the schedule. Well, we making tracks now. Time for the inspection. Sorry? What inspection? Can I examine the omnibus again? So I'm told. If I can be present for it myself. What, so I can tamper with it again? Can I examine it again? Now? Naturally, under no obligation to take part in any more of this matter now. As an upstanding member of London society, do be doing my best to help where I can. It's a gentleman's duty, so it is. So then, very well. It's an absolute pleasure meeting you. Hope you have a whale of a time while you're studying here in Great Britain. Hold on, I'm gonna be right back. I don't know how much longer this is gonna go, so I need to go do something. Okay, sorry I'm back. I just realized I was like an hour late for doing something, but better late than never, right? Hope you have a good time studying in Great Britain. I don't know if I heard that. And there he goes. Free man. Dr. Van. Oh. Catch you here too. Not the green! Not the green! Dodge! Don't move. As I wanted to say, get a move on. It really does take forever to load that thing. Miss Lestrade, do you mind putting that thing down? You're grown up. Sorry? I hate all grown-ups. Oh, I see she's a science adventure character. Oh, there you are. Oh, there's that's Watson. Nutty, running off like that. Some kind of picnic? What's this little girl now? Taking that with you as well. I was looking forward to the trial run of my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Huh. Oh, she's got a bigger one. No. You wanna play? You won't beat me. Yeah. Excuse me, bud. Who are you? Oh, good day to you. I'm, well, the inventor, I suppose, of that machine. The inventor? Normal smoke grenades are so dull, don't you agree? White, white, and more white. You have to be shrouded in smoke? At least be a pretty color, thought to myself. You have to be shrouded in smoke, though? At all? Took my eyes off it for a moment while I was changing into my different omnibus. She pitched it. Luckily, fitted it with a telegraphic beacon. Hello, what's it? What? No idea what this girl's talking about. Anyway, you're coming with me now. Back to my laboratory. What? What for? To apologize, of course. Silly. To my technician. What? You mean, say sorry? Just say sorry when you've done something wrong. Surely an adult has told you that before? An adult? Listen to no adults. Come along then. Follow. The tone is just been completely crushed. Follow me. Fine, have it your way. Oh, good. They knew you'd want to do the right thing in the end. Fairly sure that's what she wants. What she wants is to not get shot by that massive gun of yours. Okay, watch out for your sail bullet. We'll be leaving now then. Bye bye. So sorry for all the fuss. Here's a lively one. Now, no, that's Susato. You think perhaps we ought to be on our way now too? Yes, you're right. But where to? Oh, haven't had time to find a place to stay. No sooner had we arrived in London than we had to rush here. Am I still getting kicked out tomorrow? All our traveling cases are still with the bailiff. We're usually planning to spend today in search of lodgings. Late hour in the day, but we may be out of luck. What time is it? Does it say? Doesn't seem like it. Don't worry though, I have a plan. Worst comes to worst, we're at a lovely park where we could spend the night. Yeah? Please tell me you're not thinking of McGilded Park. It'll be maybe a little chilly at this time of year, but our youthfulness will see us through. Yeah, sure. Not so sure about that. I think a midwinter London night will freeze a young person solid just as easily as an older one. Oh dear, that doesn't sound agreeable. I'm starting to regret turning Mr. McGilded down. The 1,000 guineas would have paid for a lovely warm room, or mansion. And so, how to determine my worthiness for the study tour was over by the end of our first day in London. However, as we were soon to learn, there were more trying times ahead. Just as the Reaper of the Bailey had warned, the case is far from over. Day 2. Oh, I guess that was him narrating in the cutscene, not Sherlock Holmes.
What's going on? Get the fire brigade! Water! Bring water, quick!
Burning the evidence, of course.
How did this happen? I don't know, sir. By the time I got here, it was already engulfed. No one was supposed to be allowed in here before we started investigating.
Someone in there?
No. Oh, good God.
Is it McGilded?
There's someone in there.
Santa! Save him, Santa! I actually thought that was Santa for a minute.
This can't be.
Not him. Not Gina, so it's either... I mean, it's gotta be McGilded or one of the two witnesses, right? Or both of them, but... oh no, that's the end of the case! Okay, I guess... one... 4 is connected to it then, probably. That is... I really like that as a case for not just being a generic filler third case. Like, I think every other case in the series, right? Like, because that's usually the one that doesn't matter at all, really. Adventure the Clouded Kokoro. Like, why is it Kokoro, not just art? Maybe Kokoro also means something else. I will find out, but... And they also like went all in for just setting the tone for the rest of the game with this case, right? I'm assuming we're kind of exploring, you know, the corruptness of the court system here. The 5th game tried to do that, right? But they kind of failed at that. So I'm interested in seeing how they handle it in the last 2 cases here. Or maybe even the other entire second game, too. I've heard that they're more connected than usually, according to a comment. like, you know, the original trilogy, they're loosely connected, right? But not extremely. But the one commenter whose name I don't remember implied that it was all more together. Anyways, thanks for watching, everyone. See you guys next time. Hopefully my microphone has been working all this time and I'm not underwater again. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.